Hello, everybody. Tim here. I am along with the voice of God, Cain McMillan. Cain, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Got to go into work. It's mower time, and now I'm home, and we got to discuss a new show, which those are always fun.
Yeah, it's always fun to talk about new things, new exciting things happening in the world of multiplex entertainment. Like I said, my name is Tim. If you don't know who I am, I'm the current Fandom Fights team champion along with Robert the Hobbit Parker, and I am also now helping showrun Fandom Fights while Cain takes a very long and beautiful vacation. But all that being said, there is a new show coming next week that we wanted to tell you guys about, and it is called Multiplex Loves Movies. So, Cain, this was actually kind of like, I mean, it was your idea, but it was also like me and Kaleb Koho's idea. Like, what do you like? You want to start telling people about the show?
Yeah, so if you have any familiar, if you're familiar with Tim's channel, Tim Loves Movies, he just does movie reviews on current movies that are out, and this is kind of similar to that, but rather than doing new movies, we're doing throwback movies. So, for instance, I think it's safe to say what the first episode will be, which is The Lion
Yeah,
King, not the new one, but the original one. Um, so just doing a throwback on movies that are kind of relevant to what is coming out. So for the first instance, like I said, it's Lion King because Lion King's coming out, and we figured why not do that, and then kind of just have a throwback review channel because there's so many people doing reviews for new movies, but no one's really doing reviews for older stuff. So why
yeah.
not?
Absolutely. So, yeah, we'll be doing, like Cain said, throwback stuff. We'll be talking about movies that have to do with the upcoming releases. And then if you're interested, if you like my face and you're into that, you can go to Tim Loves Movies and see my review for the movie that we were talking about. So, like Cain said, next week, Tuesday, the 16th of July is going to be the first episode of Multiplex Loves Movies. It is going to be hosted by myself, along with a panel of people. Next week, I've got Cody Newberry and Kaleb Koho on the show to talk about The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, and Lion King 1.5, and we're going to talk about those movies. It'll be a quick, fun show where we just kind of, there's no real structure to it except we are talking about what we all are here for, and that's our love of film and movies. But if you want to get involved with the show, say you want us to talk about for when Hobbs and Shaw comes out, you don't want us to necessarily talk about, a Fast and the Furious movie, but there's another Rock or Statham movie you're really interested in hearing us talk about, let us know in the comments of the videos and stuff, and we will decide what movies we're going to pick out and talk about. So yeah, it should be pretty fun. I hope it's really fun. Malcolm's in the comments right now saying greatest animated sequels. That is probably something we're definitely going to hit when it comes time to Angry Birds or something like that. There are plenty of weeks where there are topics that, or there are movies coming out where there's next to nothing coming, and we will definitely have to figure stuff out, but it should be fun.
Yeah, and I think another thing just to bring up is this isn't a ranking show because we have Your List
No.
Sucks, which is a great show. Which if you haven't saw it, you should go see it this episode this week. Yes, that just happened. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
So it's not a ranking show. So if for what Malcolm says, the top animated films, if anything, you guys might talk about one or two or three films.
Absolutely, yeah. We would talk about just a couple movies. Like Cain said, yeah, not a ranking thing. We are specifically just reviewing films, but in a fun, you're sitting around with your friends talking about movies type of way, not necessarily when I said no structure, that's what I meant. I want it to feel like you are sitting there on the couch watching a movie with me in the panel. So when we're talking about The Lion King, whether or not we're talking about how much we love it or hate it or whatever, it's just a discussion about the movie. So there will never be more than I think 2 movies discussed. The only reason Lion King we're doing all 3 of those is because they're so short and they're pretty easy to digest. So those movies are pretty easy. But when it comes to us talking about Tarantino before Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, there's no way we're going to talk about more than 1 or 2 movies for sure. Right. So, but yeah, I'm excited. It should be really, really fun.
Yeah, and I think it's just another thing for Multiplex to put on that's just, I would say, just not just trivia based content, which is kind of like, I don't want to say bad because it's definitely like what we are solely based on. But
Mhm.
it's nice to have other stuff to kind of like fill in the gaps when the trivia is not there because we are super inconsistent sometimes, a lot of the
Yes.
time.
Yeah. And
So
you can pretty much always rely on us every Tuesday on this new show, Multiplex Loves Movies. What time we will be airing at, that'll probably change, but it will always be at some time after 7 EST on Tuesdays, and we will make a post in the Multiplex Facebook page. So if you are not a member of the Multiplex Facebook page, make sure you go and request to join so you can stay up to date with everything we're doing, whether not just for Multiplex Loves Movies, but trivia matches, as well as Your List Sucks. Crisis has a few episodes left, so you can check those out before they wrap up after Comic-Con, and then this show. So there's a lot of stuff happening, and this is just one more thing. And the after show, yeah, I forgot about the after show, which is always fun when it's hosted by Brooklyn Vail, and we play a lot of weird, interesting games that he likes to come up with.
yeah, so our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday slate of non-trivia based shows is starting to build up. I have a lot of faith in this show. That's gonna be a lot of fun. And I think Tim is the perfect person to run it. And then the constant changing panel of people who just are passionate about certain movies are great. And maybe we get to learn about new movies that we've don't really get to talk about that much. And
absolutely,
something's relevant.
Yeah, and that's the great thing is that like Cain said at the beginning, over at my channel, Tim Loves Movies, I review new stuff pretty much every week. Sometimes I fall behind, but I try to stay up to date, reviewing the newest movies and TV shows for you guys. But this is going to be a really fun way to kind of look back at some stuff that you may not have heard about or you might not have visited before, but will have something to do with a movie you might go see in theater. So you might be going to see, let's see here, you might be going to see the newest Rambo movie on September 18th, but maybe one of us brings up a Stallone movie you've never heard of that's pretty great, and you go check it out and you love a new movie. And that's what it's all about. We love movies here, and that's why we're doing this thing. Yeah. Okay, so literally, guys, we just wanted to come and talk to you guys about that really, really quick. The show is going to be starting next week, Tuesday, the 16th of July. Like I said, with Cody Newberry, Kaleb Koho, and myself. I'm sure you will see Cain's face coming very soon, not just his beautiful voice coming from the heavens, but you will see his face very, very soon. Again, if you have movies you want us to talk about, if you're looking at the release calendar and you're like, oh man, I really want them to talk about this, comment on this video, comment on any future videos, and let us know what you want us to talk about. And be sure to hit the like button and hit subscribe so you stay up to date with all the videos. And also, while you're at it, go over to Tim Loves Movies, subscribe over there as well. But I want you to stay up to date with everything going on at Multiplex. So be sure to subscribe, like, go to the Facebook page, get involved. This is a big, fun community, so stay involved. Cain, any last words?
Nope, I think you covered it all. I was going to say go sub to Tim Loves Movie, but you got that too. So hope you guys like
selfless
it.
promotion.
Yeah, so I think we'll see everyone here on Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll see you next week, guys. Thanks for watching.